I told you I shouldn't have hit that shit.
He said just one more. One more. All right, you good for audio?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2.
Yeah, we're good.
3. Just leave the fucking video,
Yeah,
bro.
fuck it.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
it.
leave the video. We start that shit off cracking up. All right, take 2. Look at
Classic.
94 episodes and we still don't know how to fucking record.
Oh,
Unfucking believable. Oh, excuse me. I said we. You, my friend.
yeah.
Hey, I remember my first beer.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move the window up and closer to where I need to be seen.
None of that. You just got to be more responsible. It's literally that simple.
I was just focused in on the combo, man. All right, for all of you that are just tuning in, we had about 15 minutes in, and somebody audio stopped at 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
3 minutes. We missed 12 minutes of pure quality.
And the thing was, I'm gonna be honest. There was I said something earlier, and I go, I didn't like it. I didn't like what I said.
I'll be honest. I could have done a better job because there's a lot of everything happens for a reason. Take 2's about to be fire.
Like you. Here's the thing. I will give you credit for I appreciated what you said in the first beginning, but now you get to make it better. All right.
I don't remember what I said the first time.
All right. Fresh takes.
All right, here we go.
All
Let's quickly recap what Clay did this weekend. Clay finished his final paper. Let's go. Clay went to the park with his store. We played ping pong and volleyball.
And played right in COVID.
In 92 degree heat. Right in the midst of COVID. And Clay is also drinking Blade and Bow whiskey. It's a delicious Kentucky bourbon. 91 proof, shit's fire. And it came with a key. That was my intro. Also, the one thing I didn't talk about that I'm going to do real quick, what I made for dinner tonight. I made some fucking keto Big Mac salad. Fucking fire!
You mentioned something like that a while ago, and I was just like, I didn't quite get it.
Ground hamburger, a little salt and pepper, nothing much. And then the Big Mac sauce, man, like it was just some mayo, some mustard, some pickle, which I just used relish because that's what I had. So I was like, that's close enough. Diced up some onion. You're supposed to put white vinegar in there, but I didn't have white vinegar. And the Kroger had no vinegar. Period. Every fucking shelf was like, sorry about that, sorry about that, sorry about that. I'm like, fuck you, Kroger. That doesn't help me. So what does your boy do? I clearly Google substitute for white vinegar, lemon juice or lime juice. So I picked up a lime, squeeze a little bit of that in there. Add some pickle and onion to the sauce also, and then some cayenne pepper. I threw some cayenne pepper in there. They asked for paprika. What'd your boy do? Google substitute for paprika. Dude, mix that shit up, and I was looking at it, and I was like, that ain't orange, that's yellow. I go, that ain't even about to be that good. Boy, I was so wrong. I put in ground hamburger, Big Mac sauce, a little bit more onion and pickle, some lettuce, some cheese, just like a Big Mac. I'm not even kidding you, bro.
Fire.
Just like a Big Mac.
I love Big Macs too.
It tastes like a Big Mac with no bread, bro. I'm not kidding you. It was amazing. I will text you the little recipe if you want.
I'll take a look at it.
If you guys Google keto Big Mac salad, it's like the first like little Google picture that pops up, and it's got like 500 reviews at like a 4.9 rating.
Nice.
There you go. There you go. People enjoy that. I started
making this one sauce. This is called Zaxby's sauce or whatever. I was looking up fry sauces or whatever, like to dip your fries in or whatever. But now I started putting it on the burgers, and CB's even like, "Yo, did you make that sauce, Dad?" He's just like, "Yo, I need to get that shit on there."
That sounds like some mayo and sriracha.
It's no, it's not even hot actually. It's mayonnaise, ketchup, Worcestershire, garlic powder, pepper,
fire,
And then I recently added red pepper flakes just because I wanted, a little bit of hot. And
I could have done that. Oh, and I'm sorry. No sugar, so I added a little bit of like a artificial sweetener. It's called Swerve. But
wait, so what are you using for ketchup? Because ketchup has sugar in it.
I don't use ketchup for anything.
Oh,
I
it's just
do now.
Oh,
I do. Right, that's what I said. I thought for sure there would have been some ketchup mixed into that Big Mac sauce. None.
I just realized that.
Mayo, mustard, and then the rest was just a whole bunch of other stuff.
That's the reason why it was yellow, and not not that tint of brown.
But I actually do. It was. I'm telling you, CB tasted exactly like it. So yeah, I had to use some of that artificial sweetener too. But like, you could use sugar or any like sweet and low. Any of that stuff will work for it. But super good, super good, dude. Taco salads, fire. It ain't that hard staying away from carbs. I found some keto bread at Aldi's too. Like it has like 9 grams of carbs, but like 9 grams of like fiber. So it just obviously those cancel each other out. And like, no, it doesn't taste like super fluffy bread, but like I don't even taste a big difference, dude. I made some grilled cheese the other night. I made a sandwich and a salad for lunch today. Like it was pretty good, man. This keto thing's going well.
That's what I tried to tell people about the keto before. I was just like, I get it. I was just like, and it's actually easy to do. And everybody just thought at the beginning that it was just, hey, you don't eat bread, but you can eat all the fucking bacon you want. No, you can't do that. You know what I mean? But it doesn't. You don't get penalized for it. So I'm for you on that. That's awesome.
I don't know about easy. I don't think it's easy.
I didn't say easy. I just said it's easier. Did I say easy at all?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess I didn't. I think it's easy once you get accustomed to it, because of the fact that you're right now you're fighting and you're gonna continue to fight. You're still, fairly new back into it. So
cravings and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, like I know I understand. I don't know. I understand how the body works enough to know that once those cravings go away and you get past that craving, you'll never think twice. So they're easy to still enjoy the things that you used to enjoy, but have a healthier choice.
It's
that's
still
what
tough,
I mean.
man.
That's what I mean by easy. But it's tough because it's new.
I was borderline ready to cheat during UFC fucking Saturday, man. Like I was working on my paper. I had close to nothing in the fridge, and I was like, oh my god. I go, what I would do for just like a fucking Whopper or something right now, dude. Like. But I ended up making breakfast for dinner, so I made some bacon, some sausage, and an omelet. So like I still kept it clean. But you better believe next weekend for my birthday, bro. When I come into town, I'm going to Shakespeare's. I'm getting some goddamn nachos. Like that shit's happening. Facts.
Or you know what? Because it is a milestone birthday, I'm not gonna bust your chops.
I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm going to goddamn Shakespeare's.
I was gonna say. Well, just because.
I'm gonna jump back on it, bro. I'm telling you.
I know.
I've done it long term before.
That's the reason why you should be. I mean, that you don't want to not ever indulge yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing too, man. It's like here's the thing. I know when you go out and you start getting some like sugar back in your system and carbs, like there is a chemical like firing in your brain afterwards that's telling you to eat those things again. Like some people say, oh, just ignore the craving. Like there's science behind this, people that literally is telling you you want this.
Hey,
and you have
you're
to
a crackhead.
That.
Don't do crack no more. Motherfucker. I see what my world is.
Yeah.
So no, I get it. No, I'm with you. Hey everybody, welcome to Proficient Health. My name is CB.
Keto Master Clay Haggard.
We have completely changed formats. I'm going to tell you how to eat.
Yeah. All right. And this is going to be CB 99% of the time, and I will chime in.
No. Hey, guys. Welcome, Proficient fans. This is our second go-around, and it's been a lot of fun. I tell you, as far as recording tonight, apparently it's been a long week for me because I just want to soak up some extra talk time.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if these people actually listen to the pod every week, but shout out to the individuals who actually reshared the pod this week. When I posted it on Facebook, I kind of challenged my friends. I said, all friends and family, I was like, do me a solid and please repost this. And I had like, not too many, man. I had like 3 or 4 people that like I've never seen repost our pod come out the woodwork and repost. Like, so if you are happening to be listening to this episode, like, thank you very much. I know, I think James Green was one of the guys, went to high school with him, that reposted. I wish I would have had this shit up and ready, because like, you know, even though it seems super simple to do that, like, did Anita repost it?
I believe Anita did.
Like, all I'm saying is, like, even though you guys may not think it's that big of a deal, like, to me, like, I appreciate it. Like, that just means, like, you're supporting me and my ambition. You know, it looks like the YouTube thing, Jared Rayburn, Tyler Brown, like, both of them, like, that shit's awesome, guys. I really appreciate it. You know,
it means a lot. Even if you don't, even if they don't listen, which is great. I just like it when friends do shit like that. That's a solid move. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That I sat there, I saw the repost, and I was like, look at that. That's what's up. So I you know, from Proficient fans, we're proficiently thank you. You know, it's awesome, man. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, man. That felt good, you know.
James Green, my cousin Bailey, Novencito, Keith Dixon, you know Keith. Like, I mean, these are just some of the names that, as I'm going through my comments, like, I'm seeing them repost. Like, I appreciate that shit, guys. Thank you so much. Keep it up.
Well, that's the thing. So I mean, like, it's good.
Like
it just, I mean, like, here's the thing. So we have everybody that listens to us, that however they found us, and then we have our friends and family, you know what I mean, that listen, you know, but the ones that don't listen, even, we're still thankful for them, because the fact that they share the love, you know what I'm saying?
So thing. Like,
the people that just care about you, to want to see, that's what's up.
I mean, big shout out to the people that always listen. Like, we always show love to them, but like,
we think that
to go out there and say, you know what, like, I don't listen, but I'm gonna at least make sure that this post reaches more people.
Yeah.
Like, that means everything. So thank you.
All right, let's get in some shit.
Sports.
Let's get in some shit.
Sports.
Let's get out of the mushy shit.
Sports.
Like I said, the first recording. Take it away, Clay.
Titties.
Titties. Yes.
Speaking of titties, Lou Williams decided to leave the NBA bubble to get some food from Magic City, one of the most prolific gentlemen's clubs in the country.
Where's it at, Clay?
Which is located where, CB?
I'm going to say it's Orlando, because the bubble's in Orlando, and he's not going to Atlanta to go see some fucking chicken wings.
I never said it was in Atlanta. Where'd you get that? I said Orlando. That's where the bubble is. That makes sense. CB, how is he going to drive from Orlando all the way to Atlanta, Georgia to get some food?
And think that's going to fly.
That ain't even realistic, bro. That ain't even realistic. So anyways, yeah, so Lou Williams, 6th man of the year, 2 times running for the LA Clippers, decides that he don't give a fuck about COVID-19 and decides to leave the bubble, the NBA bubble, the bubble that provides safety to staff and players and everyone else, to get some fucking food.
The bubble that is in Orlando.
That's what I said.
Oh.
So, I mean, how do you feel about this, man? Like, what do you think of when you hear somebody leaving the bubble to go get some food?
You know, it's unprofessional. It's unprofessional, and
to say the least.
I am not somebody that, you know, like I said, I'm not somebody that can tell another man when and where he can get food.
Titties.
But yeah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But we all know titties. I mean,
he went to a strip club.
You might as well get a blowy while you're there.
I know Johnny Manziel said they're the most fire wings he's ever had in his whole life were at Magic City. But God damn it, Lou Williams. You did not sit there and say, damn, I need some food. I'm going to go to Magic City.
Like, they got to have a 24-hour staff there to get guys.
There are extracurricular activities at this place of.
I'm not saying they're getting blowies at Magic City. I'm just saying, you can get a fucking nipple in your eye. That's all. So.
With COVID.
With COVID.
You came back with glitter and COVID. That's what happened.
And don't forget the pink eye, because you're gonna shove your ass in your face in that ass. So.
Anyways, back to PG-13 ratings.
Not how we PG. We got the E. We got the E, boy. We got the E. So I mean, we good.
So Lou Williams does test negative. He got tested. I think CB said he's on a 10-day quarantine.
Yeah.
So he'll be back like mid next week. But like just in general, man, like it's just disappointing to see a professional, especially a veteran, man. It's just disappointing to see a professional athlete like this take that chance. Like
Zion, John Morant, RJ. He's not in the
RJ
bubble.
Barrett.
But yeah, what did I just say? JR Jr. I don't fucking know. Anyways, you know who I meant. These young kids can stay within the bubble. Why can't a vet like that just know that it's best to stay your ass at home? If you know a gun's gonna be out at the party, you don't go to that motherfucking party. And if you know that you put yourself in danger of getting the rest of your whole fucking team sick where they can't play, I was touching base on this before, but this is legitimately where you're trying to get yourself seated so you know where you're gonna play.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
And here's
a lot of fucking work went between the league, the front office of them, and the front office of your basketball organization to make this fucking season happen.
And Disney.
Disney.
Yeah.
Like I said, last week they shut down a whole for these guys, you know what I mean? Like they didn't shut down the whole park, but I mean they shut down parts of Disney so other fucking people.
And here's the thing, man. Like I know this is getting, I want to say blown out of proportion because this is very serious. But the fact of the matter that he went to Magic City, which is a strip club, people are making a huge deal about that. He could have went through McDonald's drive-through for all I care. This would still be that big of an issue.
Yeah.
Leaving the bubble and coming back. It doesn't matter where he went. Yes, the place he went, people are going to be like, "Oh my God," but that doesn't matter. It's the fact that he left. Period. Like he comes back, he tests negative. He's like, "Yo, everybody, chill out." Let's just say you come back positive, bro.
Rudy Gobert said, "Chill out."
Like Lou Williams could have been the reason that the entire basketball bubble and season got canceled.
Yeah.
He could have solely been the reason the whole fucking season gets canceled. Then what?
And he's like, "Ooh, it's not a big deal." Fuck you, dude.
Dude. Like how selfish. I don't care
as a
what
teammate.
he says.
As a teammate, I'd be fucking fired up.
Oh, dude, I would be pissed. I'll be honest, man. Like
you would,
even when he comes back, that is borderline. I don't even know if that's forgivable. Like that would taint my opinion on that person. At a professional level.
Character. Where's your character at this? You don't care about me. That's what you're telling me. You don't care about me and what I want. And we're supposed to be teammates. Like, cause guess what? I want to win for you. Maybe I understand being a teammate differently, but I mean, I'm looking at I want to win for you. So why don't you want to win for me?
Yeah, it's some selfish shit, man.
And then the young guys the guys that don't have those big contracts, new in the league or whatever, if the season gets canceled, they don't get paid. Now you fuck them too.
Right.
It's stupid. I mean, it's a trickle down. It's fucking Reaganomics. It's a trickle down effect.
On a positive note with the bubble, how about Bol for the Nuggets?
Balling out, man.
What understatement? Like, for this dude to be coming in with, because, I mean, he had, no NBA experience, right? Isn't Bol a rookie?
Yeah.
This dude's balling. And here's the thing, he's what, 7 foot, 9,000?
I was going to say, so here's a backstory on this guy. It's Manute Bol's son. And for
Manute
those
Bol
of
played in the NBA,
yeah, Manute Bol, former Houston Rocket in the NBA in the late 80s, early 90s. Very lanky, very wiry, like Shaq would have broke him. You know what I mean? Just for how small he was. Skinny. He was not a small man by any means, but his son's out here just fucking killing the game. And I remember seeing some stories about him in the past years, like, him actually kind of playing. And,
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, we'll see. Right now, it's going to be who. So I want to come back to, bringing light to Bol Bol. You know what? Go ahead and say what you got to say because I won't forget.
No, I mean, I really didn't have anything specifically to say. Like, this was more of just like a shout out, man. Like,
yeah, he handles the ball well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, being a really bad. I mean, I think how big is he, bro? He's got to be like 7'2". I mean, he's freaking huge. So yeah, like Bol Bol. I mean, this dude's 7 foot plus. I mean, this is a giant man. He's a rookie in the league. And like, here's the thing, man. Like, you see a guy that big, and immediately you start to be like, as thin as he is, like how dominant can he be down low? Like where's his power coming from? 7'2", boom, on the dot. And so, here's the thing, like my man can dribble. Like he's getting the ball down the court. I'm not saying he's a point guard, but like he can get the ball down the court. He's Euro stepping around dudes. Like
he made a move to a lane that I saw the other day. I'm like, ooh, okay.
It was that Euro step, bro. When they were coming down court, he's coming off the right side, caught the pass. He hit Euro, finger rolled that shit, missed it, went up, got his own rebound, dunked it. Like, the athleticism is there. Now, as far as longevity for his career, well, time will tell. I mean, a man that big, like, I don't know how them knees are going to hold up over time, but,
he's 220 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you go back and look at, and I mean, from his dad, you know what I mean? Like he's got his dad's body. I don't know really how much muscle he's going to be able to pack on, but also science is a lot better these days. So I think that after, 2 years of being in the league, he's going to he's going to have some good size to him too. So I think that his frame will be able to hold up.
Hopefully.
With the science.
I just thought his dad had some knee issues in his career, so that's. I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, but you got to think about it. That was in the fucking, like I said, like that was a long fucking time ago.
I'm with you.
I'm always amazed with how much has changed just in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And let's see here. So his dad was 7'7", so he's actually 5 inches shorter.
7'7", bro, fucking nuts.
But I mean, yeah.
Well, off them African kneecaps. What do you think about your Lakers, man? What are your takeaways so far? I don't have anything to say.
I feel fine enough. I got nervous about AD getting poked in the eye.
Yeah.
That was a little nerve-wracking. I'm still having fun with Kyle Kuzma and what he's been able to pull off in this, in the scrimmages. Now, we got the Clippers at 9 p.m. on Thursday. So this is when it starts to really count, and this is when I'm going to see more LeBron, more of AD, and I hope that Kuzma can still play as he's been playing and just really add that much more damage with AD and LeBron because, he definitely played more than I feel like both those other guys did. I didn't look at the minutes, but I mean, I just feel like Kuzma was on the court a little bit more, making a little bit more of an impact.
Sure. So from what you've been seeing, just to kind of summarize it quickly, like from all, like I'm just assuming you've been watching basketball.
Yeah.
So out of what you've seen, I mean, are the Lakers like they still got this? You feeling a little nervous? You seen anything else from these other teams?
I mean, here's the thing: is I was nervous.
It ain't like they're winning all that. I mean, they lost against the Mavs.
Yeah, but like
looks
LeBron
like they're
wasn't
ahead
even
on
in
the
the game.
Wizards.
Yeah, LeBron wasn't even really playing that first scrimmage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, like at the end of the game, he wasn't even playing. So it was like I wasn't even concerned about that. It's a scrimmage. It's getting out there, getting a little competitive, juices flowing.
Sure.
As you can see, like with AD over a fucking scrimmage, it doesn't even make sense to be out there like heavy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I still feel very comfortable with where the Lakers are, but I'm still nervous because it's the fucking like this is the real deal now. Now, like, hey, we're looking for the playoff spot. Where are we going to be seated? And then once you hit the playoffs, it's you're you people go home. And I don't want my team to go home. I've been waiting a long time to get another fucking ring. I don't care what kind of season this is. Fuck that asterisk for LeBron. It's not about LeBron's asterisks. It's about my fucking team getting another motherfucking championship to fucking put up the fucking mantle. I'm feeling my team this year, and I think that we definitely have it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I was thinking about the trophy on the mantles that they put up.
For sure. I can't wait for them to retire LeBron's number, and it's going to go right over everyone else, dude. It's just going to be like the best Laker to ever lace them up.
Never.
I'm kidding. No, there are far more greater Lakers.
Just remember, and I sent it to you so you can work on it. I pledge allegiance to LA Laker of the National Basketball Association and to the sport for which it stands. One Lakers nation under the basketball gods, indivisible, with hopefully I'm putting 17 championships and Hall of Fame players for all. I saw that. I would have
been more impressed if you weren't looking down at your phone.
I know. Well, I had to read it because I knew what state I was in, I just saw that.
Didn't you say some shit like live it, breathe it, learn it, like?
Yeah. I saw, it was my first time ever seeing that. I go, yo, I like that.
Yeah. Yo, so let's jump ship, man. You know, with all this delicious coronavirus COVID-19 going around, fucking the Miami goddamn Marlins of the MLB decided that 14 people were gonna test positive, 8 players, 6 coaches.
Fuck those guys.
He's just hanging them up, dude. So, and then because of this positive, today's games got postponed, man. The Orioles were supposed to play the Marlins, and the Yankees were supposed to play the Phillies. And since the Marlins and the Phillies just played, well, now the Phillies can't play. You know, so like, I'm just gonna start this off, man, because like right out the gate, you know, like here's the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna fucking blame any of the players, because I don't know exactly what the players and coaching staff were doing. They could have been being irresponsible. They could have been being extremely responsible. The real issue at hand is the fact that there's no like system set up for the MLB. Rob Manfred, the commissioner of the MLB, has nothing in place. There's just nothing there. There's no contingency plan. There's like not even a second move. You know, so 14 people test positive. He's like, oh shit. Well, damn, I didn't think this would happen. Yeah, as long as they're clean in 10 days, they can resume play. And let's be clear, it would be extremely difficult to set up bubbles for the MLB. I mean, there's the potential you could have found 2 or 3 hub cities to do like some type of bubble deal here, you know, just to kind of divide the league up a little bit. But like eventually these teams would have to leave the bubble. It would be extremely difficult to do a full season in bubbles. The only reason the NHL is getting away with it is because they cut out a fraction of their league and they're just doing an extended playoff. And these teams that are in these 2 bubbles for the NHL, it's just a reduced amount of teams and they're not traveling. You can't, like, anybody can play in a hockey rink. You know what I mean? And like, yes, you can do that for baseball. But I guess I understand where the difficulties came from. I mean, shit, man, that like, how long have you and I been talking about the MLB and them just trying to figure out like their season? I mean, the MLBPA and the MLB itself are going back and forth so much that they were more focused on who's getting paid what than how are we going to prevent COVID from interrupting our season. So it's just frustrating to see, man. Like, you know, in my opinion, this all falls on Rob Manfred. It falls on the commissioner. Like, I'm not saying he's the sole reason shit is falling apart, but it's your job. This falls on him at the end of the day, whether it's, you know, on like whether he's directly impacting this or not, he's responsible. That's the whole point of being the commissioner. So it's disappointing to see. And my whole thing is if this doesn't go well, if more teams start to test positive, like they're fucked, dude. There won't be baseball.
I would have to say you hit the nail on the head there. I think that baseball's in a huge. They're in a lot of danger right now, man.
They're in a pickle, bro. They're in a pickle.
So here's the thing. So the Marlins had 8 players that tested positive. And they knew that the fucking players were positive.
They did,
Sent them on the field.
And they said, "Fuck it, go play."
Yeah.
That's crazy. When I learned that actually like shortly before we started to record.
Okay.
I was like, so they knew and still sent him on the field?
Yeah.
Like now we're talking about ethics. Now we're talking about ethical dilemmas.
Yeah. I that blew my fucking mind, and I just couldn't. I don't even have words to describe how I would feel about that as even an opposing team. Now you're really putting yourself in danger of being up there with the fucking Astros of fucking teams that I hate. The White Sox, Astros, the Cleveland Indians, and the Kansas City Royals are now all on my list of teams that I just don't like at all, and I never will. I don't know. I think I would probably always root against them now.
Yeah, that's
and I think the Marlins are getting right there, man. Like, I never really rooted for the Marlins, but I kind of secretly was just like, all right, I'd like to see something good come out of there because Jeets is there, and I like to see him succeed. But I'm highly disappointed with the decision that was made at the top to, hey, yeah, go out there and play. Infect your team, infect the other team. Like they're only, the umpires,
everyone,
everybody.
Crew.
That's poor fucking management there. Now I did have a question. I thought I was thinking today when I heard about this, and I was just like, how could they create a bubble? And I thought of you because I knew that you had went to the World Series of Baseball. Is there enough fields out there? How many fields do they have out there?
College?
Yeah.
At Omaha, one.
It's only one?
It's just one field.
Okay. Then it goes. I just thought there might be like a state-of-the-art baseball complex.
Sure.
I
mean, bro, realistically, like, since fans aren't attending any college field.
Well, I'm trying to keep everybody in one location. You know what I'm saying? So
sure.
Not everybody, but I mean, like, it would have almost worked out. Was at the beginning of all this when they're thinking, hey, let's realign for this season only? And could you have had everybody play on that one ball field? You know what I mean? Or, a couple ball fields at a complex.
See, the tough thing with baseball is, though, too, man, is like the NHL is playing a shortened round-robin season type deal.
Yeah.
You got basketball that's doing an extremely shortened season with a playoff. You got the NHL that's just doing an expanse, like they're doing. Did I just say NHL? Actually, I think I just talked about the NHL round robin and the playoff. So I'm repeating myself, but I mean, nonetheless, as far as what baseball was trying to accomplish of having a legitimate season, just less games, it's too much fucking around, dude. There's too much travel.
Baseball was like, fuck all that. Like, we're just gonna live life like it was regular,
the thing, dude. And like, I mean, I know you and I were talking about it. Like, I don't fucking work for the CDC. Like, I'm not out here trying to like make sure all these checks and balances are correct. Like, we were just speculating on like will there be sports? Like, yeah. I'm not a fucking health expert. I fucking watch sports. That's what I'm good at, people. I'm good at talking about sports, not fucking health, not pandemics. I do my part. I wear my mask. But the point I'm getting at is when you look at other leagues in comparison to the MLB, it makes the MLB look shit. It makes them look fucking lazy. Because they were, like I said, bro, they were just like, all right, we'll pay you this. Let's just play 60 games. Sound good? All right, we'll test you guys a couple times. Don't fuck up.
Do you feel that MLB is the worst ran organization in professional sports.
That's hard to say.
That we talk about. We talk about. Now keep in mind, I feel like football. I feel like football, in a sense, has the same fucking plan. We're gonna live life as normal because there's no.
I agree. Here's the biggest thing that a lot of people are talking about. Football is once a week. They're not playing 5 days a week, 6 days a week. You know what I mean? Like, they're traveling one time, be extremely safe, and then whenever you get to where you're going, you don't leave. So I'm not saying that there won't be positive tests. That is going to happen. We are going to see players test positive for COVID in the NFL, and there will be several before the third week of the season. Guaranteed.
It's because you're trying to accommodate their being with so you're trying to accommodate them being with their families, and that's where it fucking.
And here's another tough thing when it comes to football. Out of all the sports we talk about, it's by far the largest roster. It is going to be so tough.
Wait, did they go 55 this year? I thought they moved up to 55 this year.
Yeah, it may be. And it's going to be extremely difficult to keep 55 guys, not to mention the extensive coaching staff, training staff, all safe. I mean, we're talking upwards of 80 people.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough.
I feel like there's even more than 80 people, man.
Like, yeah, and I'm just throwing a number out there. Yeah,
I feel like each team's got about 100 total that you're fucking.
Yeah, probably 100. You're right, probably absolutely right, man. So it's going to be extremely difficult for the NFL too, and they're not going to come out clean. It's not going to be a clean season, bro. It's going to be nasty. There's going to be a lot of fantasy is going to fucking suck. If we get a full season, fantasy is going to blow dick.
That's the reason why I was asking those questions in our fantasy league, because I'm sitting here thinking, look,
here's the thing. I want to have this conversation. I want to have it in person. That's why that's Sunday, which as of right now, that's our contingency draft date. That's why that day is so important, because we're going to have a lot to talk about. I'm all for pretty much everything that's being said. I'm for the extra keeper. I'm for extra bench spots or IR spots or whatever the fuck we're thinking of. I'm for all of that. The thing is it still needs to be talked about in a group, and it still needs to be voted on. I
thought that because I gave a lot of thought before I messaged everybody about that, because I feel like I kind of drove that conversation of, we're not thinking about what's going to happen if this league gets fucked up this year.
Right.
You know, money, we know how that works. That's just going to carry over.
Right.
Whatever.
Pocket. Oh, yeah, sure. That too.
Yeah. So I'm not concerned about that part of it. I'm more concerned about what are the rules going forward. And I don't want to have a fucking calamity, because this is a young league, and I want to make sure that everybody gets on the page. I have nothing to do with it other than being one of the fucking, players. But I like the guys that are in this league, and I don't want anybody to get a fucking, I don't want anybody to get salty over a fucking rule
at the end of the
because it
day,
was too close.
If this season starts, and I kind of thought about this, and at the end of the day, it just is what it is. But like, if we start the season, and let's say by week 3 or 4, the fucking league's in shambles, bro. Like, I mean, it's just fucked. And like, let's say the season gets canceled. Like, at that point, as commissioner, I'll just literally say, league, like, this season is null and void. Everybody keep your roster from 2019, and we carry it into 2021. Maybe with the year before. Exactly. Maybe with the exception of like the extra keeper or something like that. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, man, there's got to be a little bit of compromise and understanding. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to say, well, what about this year's draft? And I'm going to be like, what the fuck about it?
So like,
what about the season?
How many people do we have on our rosters right now? No, on our
15.
15. What if we expanded it to 19 next year? This is everything gets fucked up, right?
We'll talk about it.
I'm just throwing out an idea right now because you got me brainstorming. But what if we make it a for next year only? I'm sorry, you fucked me up because of that. But anyways, I'm back, motherfucker. Stop, so I can get my point account. We can move on. But We make it 19 for 2021 or excuse me 21-22 season, and then you have to cut 5 people off your team by the like we just know that you have that many to kind of go off of for 21-22. Is that right? Or 22-23? Either or. But you get what I'm saying? So like then we just do a rookie draft next year. If our season gets fucked and when you're saying you were carrying over the fucking teams.
Sure. All right. Keep that snippet from minute roughly 39.
I got
minute
about 40.
39 to 40. Yeah. Keep the snippet. You can replay it next during the draft of this year.
I'm just giving ideas, man.
No, I like it, but I'm saying legitimately.
You're the commissioner.
Right now, I don't have an answer for you.
No, it wasn't an answer. It was not an answer. It was a suggestion.
Right, and I said save the snippet.
I'm not looking for an answer. I'm just letting you know that, hey, here's something to think about.
Save the fucking snippet. What are you talking to me for?
I got you.
39 minutes to 40 minutes on episode 9.
A genius.
Oof.
CB genius.
Well, how about you make the playoffs first, and then we'll talk about genius.
Fantasy football.
Fantasy football champion 2020. 2021.
You can't take it away from me because I didn't lose it.
Hey, I demand that you change your team name to something different this year.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
You gonna change it in Balls Deep?
Maybe because I didn't win.
You've had so much success the last couple years. You should probably keep the same whack ass name.
Yeah. I think I did change it the years that I lost. I mean, so only 2 years that I did go a few years.
Well,
team
never
bad
invited
motherfucker.
me to the Balls Deep League because I haven't seen you fucking do shit since. Anyways, keeping it in the MLB, because I can tell you're starting.
When you said you come back next week, I got a pen.
Yeah, right. Or I'm gonna have like fucking holes in my tires. I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna get to my appointments? So I wanted to ask you about the new extra innings rule in the MLB. So once they go into extra innings now, a runner, I'm assuming, I guess I didn't look this up, I'm assuming the last out of the previous inning goes to second base to start the inning. Every half inning, that team gets to put a runner at second with no outs. I'm just curious what you think, man.
Being a fan of just how baseball's originally played makes me want to not have that go on. I get what they're doing, but I'm not feeling it. Just fuck it. I mean, like I get you want to make it more of a what do they call it? Do or die or whatever kind of situation, but I think you're really taking away from the game, and we're doing it again. Is it just for this season, though?
That I'm not sure of.
If it's just for the season, I get it, and I'm cool with it because you can't plan every for 6 days a week. You can't. I mean, you got to come up with something. But if it's like a keeper rule, I don't like it. And I don't have. I mean, I didn't even look much into it. I saw something get brought up about that, but I was just like, okay, that's something. I didn't even think about that. I mean, the fact just because I haven't seen it happen yet.
So, I'm on the complete opposite end as you. I think it's a fucking great idea, and I'm going to give you a couple reasons why. So, I mean, I played baseball growing up, that. I totally understand where you're coming from. So, I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're wrong. So, this is the reason I think it's great. One, we've already had numerous discussions about how baseball fandom is plummeting. Nobody's watching the game anymore. It takes too long. It's just not interesting to most viewers anymore. And I feel like throwing a runner at second, one, instantly changes the strategy to these extra innings, and two, it kind of gives me that college football overtime vibe, bro. You're immediately in scoring position. Every play that you do after that, now, without the runner at second, every at-bat matters still. So I don't want to take away from original baseball. But, I was doing just kind of overviewing some games, and, how crazy is it in the top of the 10th, you got guys bunting a runner to third, sacrifice bunt just to get a runner in scoring position. You know what I mean? Like, that is happening strategically. And yes, you can get a double leadoff batter and still do the same thing. But I'm saying, like, it speeds up the game. The game is already slow. So what do? They incorporated a pitch clock. So you have to have the ball. I think you get like 20 some or 30 some seconds now to get on the mound and
Which that was
deliver the ball. All this is doing is now speeding up those extra innings. It puts a runner in scoring position. So that way, instead of like going 5 or 6 more innings before you finally get something going, it potentially ends games in the 10th, 11th inning. And that's kind of what baseball's trying to do, is just speed it up. Also, I don't know about you, but I have watched baseball games that go into extras, and by the time the 11th or 12th hits, I'm fucking over it. I'm 4 hours into baseball, and I just don't care at that point. Like, it's happened to me, maybe not you. But I tell you what, if there was always a runner in scoring position, like, how exciting would it be to watch the bottom of every inning if it's still a tie game? Potentially every hit could be a walk-off. And I like the idea of that. I like the concept. Especially with COVID, man, like, as of right now, I'm sure that this was implemented in part of COVID. Hey guys, let's reduce the amount of time we're on the field to the best of our abilities and try and get these games over with quicker. Especially considering that these guys are going to be playing double headers, and especially considering that these guys are playing more games in a week. Like, in order to play the traditional baseball game, it's just more wear and tear on the players. And it's easy to say during COVID. Sure, I understand. I agree with it. But I honestly think it's something that the MLB should consider, like, adopting, like, period, moving forward. It's nothing but action and shorter games, man. I don't see either of those hurting the league.
So, real quick on your pitch clock, I mean, what we were talking about and trying to make the game more exciting.
Yeah, or move faster. That's
really faster?
It's just to move faster.
Okay,
yeah.
So why not? So I believe, like, it was at the
20-second pitch clock.
The Independent Atlantic League uses a 12-second pitch clock. So we're at 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So why not make it a 12-second? If you want to make it more interesting, put pressure on the fucking defense a little bit, but not give the fucking game away. And then what happens? So, and I don't know the rules of this. I don't know if you know. I don't know the details of this. But so it's just. I guess they're just treating it just like, top of the first, top of the second, or bottom of the first type shit. So if the first team scores, you just keep scoring until the fucking game's over, or until the next team bats. You know what I'm saying?
No, wait. Repeat that.
So the Yankees, we go into overtime. Yankees Mets, and no, fuck that. Tigers Indians, right? Tiger Cleveland. Let's
the subway rivalry.
Nah, fuck that. I'd much rather do my Tigers anyways.
Sure.
So Tigers
versus racists. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, Tigers versus the racists, right? And we go into extra innings. The Tigers score. Is the over with, or does the racists get a shot?
You always give the home team their at bats.
All right.
That's just baseball.
All right, and that's what I was asking. I'm just asking it because I don't know the rules. About this. Yeah, I didn't see how it all went down. I didn't read that part.
Yeah, no. If the away team scores, even with this new rule, if the away team scores, the home team always gets their at bats still.
Well, no, I know that part. I mean, in regular, but I mean with this overtime that they're trying to induce.
You talking about for baseball?
Yes, with the guy at second.
Nothing changes except a guy goes to second. That's it. That's
what I'm asking. I'm kind of asking a question there.
Did you not hear my entire breakdown? Did you hear me say any other rule changes?
No. But I didn't hear you say it wasn't.
This guy. He said, what you said? All right, you right. All right, my bad.
But what you didn't say, and I'm kind of curious, can you use the same runner?
No, You can pinch run. There was a guy that was supposed to go to second. They pinch ran him.
I'm talking like at the beginning of every inning. I got.
No. I told you it's whoever was last out the previous inning.
Oh,
so if
okay.
your 7-hole hitter was the third out of the 11th, he's going to be runner on second come the 12th.
I didn't. Okay,
but you can pinch run. But if you pinch run, then you're substituting that guy out of the game. So just like baseball. Well, except sorry.
Hey, I just want to shout out to all the proficient fans that if you didn't know that, you can always not know and don't act like you know. I didn't know. I would do this whole fucking little conversation we had. I'm asking questions that I don't know, and Clay's looking at me like, "Yo, are you crazy?"
I actually don't even know if that's true. I'm just assuming that's the rule because that's the only rule that makes sense. That's what you do in like Little League.
But that's what I'm trying to get away from. I just want to make sure that like I didn't know. I didn't know. I have no problem saying I don't know because I don't have the right answer. I'm asking questions because it's I'm just looking for as you're talking, I just came up with questions. So, all right, what else you got for me, man? Feel like we're on fire.
Let's see here. Giancarlo Stanton, too strong. That's it. Justin Verlander out for season with forearm strain.
Here's the thing: is he came back saying he's not out.
Yeah, they're saying potentially he may not be. If it were me, I would sit the fuck out. Personally, hey, him and
Sure.
Nope. Wow, his beautiful wife. I'm blanking right now, dude. I follow her on Instagram. Blonde.
There's a lot of blondes on Instagram.
Kate Upton. Boom.
Oh, Verlander.
His wife. What do you mean a lot of blondes on Instagram? His wife. So no, him and Kate Upton, they just had a baby. Congrats. Recently, I don't know. It could have been within the last month or two. I don't know, but nonetheless, my point being, like, this dude's got nothing to risk. If he has this forearm strain and he doesn't think he can come back and play, as of right now, first of all, we don't even know if there's going to be a goddamn full season. And I guess in my head, dude, I'm just like, it ain't worth it. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's all I got.
I mean, you don't know how far that team's going to try and cheat their way through the season.
I know. They're a bunch of cheaters. Who knows? They probably came up with a new way of cheating. So,
like, all I can think of when I saw the fucking standees in the stands was, well, it makes it a little bit harder for them to cheat.
I don't got anything else on that. You?
Nah, man. I got shit. Get well, Justin Verlander.
Did you just say something kind to Justin Verlander?
I did.
Did you see? I think it was a couple weeks back. He said he wanted to finish his career as a Tiger.
I did. Maybe that's the reason why I'm being nice.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Look at CB's flip flopping ass." He's like, "Man, I always supported JV. I always supported JV. I never stopped."
Here's what I always have said: that a uniform will make me change my mind about anybody.
As soon as he re-signs with Detroit, whenever that is, I am
Get
immediately
jersey.
to get a jersey, dude. Hey, what did I have? I'm sure this has been on old pods. I always said that JV was one of my favorite Tigers, and that I always wanted a jersey of his, and I never bought one before he got traded. If he comes back, it's happening. Speaking of jerseys, shout out NHL. They got a brand new expansion team, the Seattle Kraken. What a dope ass team name, first of all.
Yeah.
How sick is that?
That's a badass.
Their logo is all right. It's like an S. It's like a funky looking S. It's cool, I guess. I would rather have been seen like a giant squid or something, but nonetheless.
Yeah. I feel like they're going after
so first of all, the Seattle Kraken were actually a legitimate organization way the fuck back. Way back. Way back. Before NHL, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Actually, there's a guy named Chandler, who I met during Beer Olympics, friends of friends, who is a huge NHL fan. So Chandler, if you do listen, I don't know if you do, man, but I know you're a huge NHL fan. So let me know about that Seattle Kraken history, because I did not look it up. But yeah, man, another NHL team. Now that puts us at 32. So now the Las Vegas Golden Knights are no longer the new kids on the block. So I'm super excited to see it. If I'm not mistaken, I think the NHL, when they do expansion teams, I think every team in the NHL has to give up like one or two players. It may be one player. So one player from every team they're going to have to give up, and then the Kraken get to pick them up. Like that's how they do NHL expansions. I thought that was kind of interesting.
I immediately thought, I'm like, oh, you know, it'd be great is because when the Las Vegas, what the fuck
Golden
are they?
Knights.
The Golden Knights, when they went to the Stanley Cup their first year, I'm like, but they lost. I was just like, you know, it'd be really cool is if this expansion team went and won. I was just like, that they grabbed my attention with losing, and I pay attention to them now. I don't like overly pay attention to hockey at all, but I mean, like, I look out for if they're winning and losing.
Yeah.
So, you know, because of the fact of that magical season.
They got some sick colors though. They're kind of going for a Seattle Seahawks-esque. A lot of greens and blues in there, so I thought that was kind of neat too. But jumping over to a sport we can talk about before we get into the glorious NFL. I know for a fact that I've been giving this university a fucking ton of shit for being a bunch of wieners, for a lack of better words. But Notre Dame finally decides that they're going to join the ACC for football this season. Did you see that?
I did.
Got any thoughts on it?
Yeah. It makes sense. It's for the season. They're trying to get into a real, you know, hey, guarantee let's win a championship. It's got to be good for the school, because if not, why go to Notre Dame?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And never know what they're going to do with the college season. Michigan State just shut down for, I believe, 2 weeks because of COVID, because one of the staff got it. So, I mean, if they're going to try and get themselves in a position to be able to actually fight for a national championship, you need to be in a what do we call it? Division? What do you want to call it? Conference. There we go. It makes sense. I don't get it. I don't get why people would be upset about that. I mean, you knew it was going to have to happen for some reason. And we kind of touched base on this before. Like, the only reason why they probably haven't is because of TV deal that has to do with NBC. And
yeah,
I mean, it's about money at that point.
Yeah.
I don't get the uproar. I guess I just, hey, okay, that happened. That makes sense. They were already part of the ACC. I think I saw you make mention, or maybe it was Sparrow that made mention of, you know, hey, they're going to get to at least fight against Clemson. So
yeah. Well, I mean, here's the big thing in my opinion. Without Notre Dame joining the ACC, Notre Dame doesn't have a football season.
Yeah.
They don't play.
Yeah, because you got to guarantee yourself games.
And you just mentioned them. What broadcasting network do you think would be pretty fucking pissed off when they just lost 12 guaranteed televised games?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty fucking pissed off.
Second four.
I know for a fact that we have talked a lot about money swaying a lot of decisions. You know, like we were just talking about the Washington football team last week. And we were discussing, you know, like, you know what's crazy, bro? While I bring this up, since it's all football still. So we do discussions in my master's course every week. We have discussion questions, and it's like a blog post essentially. You post something, you can respond to somebody else's post, you know, and it's just supposed to be kind of back and forth. And she added a question halfway through the week, and it was about the Washington football team and the fact that they changed their name and how it impacts everything and yada yada. And I was starting to read some of the posts, you know, and of course at this point I'm being super overcritical, and everybody's like, oh, it's super derogatory, oh, it's super racist, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I agree with it, and at the same time I'm like, all right guys, you said sports, here I am. By the way, Proficient Fans, which I did shout out.
Gang.
Right? Hey, heck yeah, man. And I was like, let me be very clear on why this decision was made. Money. This decision was made only for money. Has nothing to do with their team name. Dan Snyder would have never changed that team name from Redskins to Washington Football Team if money wasn't going to be taken from their team. I don't care what anybody says. Like you and I have already talked about it. But at the end of the day, money is what persuaded that decision. Period. Nobody can tell me differently. I don't care what they say. You already know that I'm all for the movement of getting rid of these names and cleaning it up and like change. Because in my opinion, from a sports perspective, I don't care what the team name is. You go from the Cleveland Indians to the fucking Cleveland fucking Tricycles. Guess what? You're still a fucking baseball team. Like, who cares what your team name is? I personally don't give a shit. But money, dude. Like, Notre Dame joins the ACC. Money.
Yep.
That's it. That is the only reason that those fucking dumbass Fighting Irish, and that was more so towards the team name guys, not the fucking Irish people. Let's be clear on that.
That was Clay
the
Haggard.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish
Wayne.
football team. That's the only reason that they made the decision that they fucking made was money. They play in the ACC in basketball, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yes. I think they're like solidified in the ACC.
Well, because they wanted to get themselves more into March Madness, and you couldn't do that independently.
Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Notre Dame had 6 or 8 regular season games against ACC teams, anyways, this year.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that.
I think it was like last year when we sat there and I was defending Notre Dame and where they were at for football, and I think we noticed that they played about 8 ACC teams. So
yeah, so let's see here. They were supposed to play.
They didn't play Clemson though.
Navy, Arkansas, that's SEC. Western Michigan, that's MAC. Wake Forest, ACC. Pitt, ACC. Duke, ACC. Clemson, ACC. Georgia Tech, ACC. Louisville, ACC.
So they were still going to have Clemson on their fucking
6.
schedule.
So
regardless.
half of their schedule, and that's
but
not
everybody
even,
had
that's
a problem
not
with
even
it.
Including postseason, more than half their schedule was ACC.
You know what I thought was cute was Michigan fans were fucking trying to get in on that.
Look at
them.
And then USC.
They never wanted to join the Big Ten. The Big Ten didn't make sense for them.
They would have gotten fucking smashed in the Big Ten. I think playing that type of talent every year, I don't think Notre Dame's is as good as they are now. Personal opinion. I think it was too difficult for them. I do.
I just don't think.
Because let's be honest, bro, the ACC is not as strong as the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you got Clemson. Like, you got a couple heavy hitters, but just a couple. You come into the Big Ten, you got 6 teams that are top 25.
Yeah. No, I mean,
if not more.
Well, I'm just talking. I was talking about like just in general. Like now, yes, but when people were like, for me growing up and realizing people were pushing for them to join a conference.
Oh, sure, yeah, that's always been a thing. But
you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm yeah. Right now, yeah. I mean, but back then we didn't have 6 fucking top 25 teams. When I remember it first, when the conversation was first being had. So
yeah, yep, I'm with you. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It ain't nothing changing for them. All they're trying to do is, like I said, get that fucking money from NBC. And considering that they're losing their out-of-conference games, which they're not in a fucking conference except for this season, like they couldn't have afforded to not do that. So, yeah, necessary. But, yeah, man, we're going to jump into the NFL. And, like, right out the gate before we get to this first topic, shout out Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro. Alex Smith gets cleared for football. That is absolutely nuts. For those of you who don't know Alex Smith, quarterback, he went to Utah. He was the first overall pick. He went to the San Francisco 49ers back in, mid-2000s or some shit like that.
Yeah. Right after Steve Young, if I remember right.
Something like that. And I don't think it was right after Steve Young.
No, you're right, because it was Jeff Garcia right after Steve Young. It was.
No. I know that. I'm trying to think of Jeff Garcia as their starter when he came in.
I don't think so.
Let's just put it this way. The Niners needed a goddamn quarterback. They needed a quarterback. Long story short, Alex Smith, quarterback. He's played at San Francisco. He's played at Kansas City. He was playing at Washington most recently. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to cut my bullshit. If you really want to watch this story of Alex Smith, he's got a E60 called Project 11. Whether you're a sports fan or not, it is a must watch. That Project 11 show was incredible. Watching him go from like college star to first round draft pick to playing as a rookie to becoming an up and coming starter, taking Kansas City to a playoff, going to Washington, and then watching his downfall happen in a matter of 5-6 seconds, man, on one play.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. So I'm trying to remember his injury off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it was a broken right tibia and fibia and nibia and chlamydia. It was ridiculous. He almost died. He almost died on the way to the hospital. Broken right tibia and fibula. So yeah, I was right there. The whole show is about watching him, first of all, overcome countless surgeries, get healthy, strength and conditioning, physical therapy, learning how to walk again, let alone, and to watch him where he's at now to get cleared for contact sports to play in the professional football league. I am the biggest Alex Smith fan.
Yeah.
I hope that this man finds his way onto a roster and back onto a football field, because that would just be the most, I'm not kidding you, CB, I think that would be the most incredible comeback NFL football story ever.
So
without educating myself on other previous injuries and players' comebacks, that is just bonkers.
Well, to almost die and come back and play is astonishing.
Crazy.
So it was Jeff Garcia, and then went Tim Rattay for 1 year, and then Alex Smith came in.
Yeah.
So I said Tim Rattay or Ratty or whatever the fuck.
Sure.
That tells you how significant he was. Alex Smith Alex Smith from 2005 to 2007, Sean Hill, then Alex Smith again, from 2008 till 2011, or excuse me, 12, and then he lost the job to Colin Kaepernick for 4 years. That was just a Niners quarterback, and then Alex Smith, he went to. He didn't go right to. I'm looking up to see where Alex Smith went to right after.
Right after what?
San Francisco. He went to Kansas City.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Yeah, for 4 years, and then he went to the Redskins. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read this off just because this is freaking crazy. So Joe Theismann was also a quarterback for the Washington Redskins back in the 80s, who suffered the same injury. And just for the sheer fact of shock and awe, I'm going to read these side-by-side stats for you guys. So Joe Theismann and Alex Smith both broke their right tibia and fibia. They both got injured on November 18th, 1985. They both played for the Washington Redskins when it happened. It happened both times in Washington, D.C. It happened on the 39-yard line for both of them. The final score of the game was 23-21 in both games of the injury. The person who caused the injury, for Theismann, it was 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, Lawrence Taylor. For Alex Smith, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, J.J. Watt. And the left tackle for Joe Theismann, his Pro Bowl left tackle, Joe Jacoby, was off the field due to injury. Alex Smith, his Pro Bowl left tackle, Trent Williams, was off the field due to injury.
Nuts.
That was meant to happen, unfortunately. Same injury, same date, same team, same location, same yard line, same final score, caused by the exact same talented player, and both of them were missing their Pro Bowl left tackles due to injury.
So here's
Bonkers.
a question for you. And I kind of brought it up to you before we actually got on mic. If you are Coach Riv, are you saying best man, like, hey, we're competing? Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't we see that Alex Smith was still a Redskin?
He's still a
Or
Redskin.
excuse me,
Still in contract.
excuse me, a
Washington football team member.
Yeah. If he's not, if so, is it, hey, fight for it, or are you just giving Haskins the gig?
I mean, this is exactly the answer you'll get from any coach. It's too early to tell. As of right now, Dwayne Haskins is a guy we're going to, but
Okay,
we'll see.
that's kind of what I'm asking, though. I'm curious, is that how you would feel as well?
There is only one correct answer, period. Dwayne Haskins. There legitimately is no other answer. If anybody says there's another answer, they're wrong, and they don't know football.
Mm-hmm.
Good question, but I think you would agree with me that there is only one answer.
Okay.
So,
I'm just kind of for
here's what you do is, obviously, if Alex Smith somehow makes preseason, which he'll have at this point a few weeks to throw a damn football with the team, of course you leave it, you let him battle it out. Now, if it were me and I were coach, Alex Smith doesn't play a snap. If Dwayne Haskins goes 0-16, Dwayne Haskins goes 0-16. I'll be damned if I'm going to let somebody who almost died on a football field come back and just start without getting back into the groove of things. I mean, he's been out for 2 years now. Yeah, in 2018. So, this will be his, I guess, wow, holy shit. He was only out for 1 year. That is crazy.
So I only asked that just because I was just curious, if you're the coach of the Washington football team, do you give that much trust in Haskins? Or are you saying, yo, it's time to fucking fight or flight? New sheriffs in town. Worst thing we're gonna do is lose.
My answer is, who else did you give the ball to?
Well, no, yeah, exactly. But here's you could lose with either one and be like, dude, we lose, we still.
I hear you, but we both know logically Alex Smith isn't even in the question. All he is is.
No, I didn't say that he was. I'm saying, are you telling everybody and Dwayne Haskins, like, look, if Alex Smith comes back and shows that he can actually fucking ball out and practice,
I hear what you're saying.
I'm gonna give him the nod.
That's the conversation you have in 2021. It's a non-existent conversation this year. He won't even put pads on his body this year. He's cleared. That means absolutely nothing. All they're saying is his knee has proven strong enough to stand on and throw at football. Like, that's the way I look at it.
Okay, that's the way I'm asking these questions not knowing his medical and how he's really fucking rehabbing. Right. Because here's the thing: is what I believe is that what a normal person rehabs is like. That's exactly what you're saying. Is he can stand and he can throw a football, but I'm thinking that an athlete, when they get cleared, it's a little bit more rigid testing going on to actually state whether or not they could play or not.
I mean, as of right now, I don't know who the frick else is even on their depth chart. Like, hang on, let me look at. I don't even know who else is a quarterback on their team. Who played last year? Dwayne Haskins and who? Who was their other quarterback? Oh, Kyle. Oh, it's Kyle Allen now. That's who they picked up in the offseason. I knew that. I could have. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. So as of right now, the answer to your question would be, we brought in a talented young Kyle Allen. We're gonna let him and Dwayne battle out in preseason. Well, there won't be.
And we're not talking about Alex Smith at all.
Zero. Period. At all. Like, zero chance. I'm telling you what's about to come. You won't even hear his name.
So you're gonna disrespect a man?
No.
And not even.
It's called respect. you're too valuable to even be put on a field right now. Period.
You're assuming that they had that conversation with him.
I mean, they are going to have a conversation with him.
And you think he's going to be okay with saying, "Yo, I'm not good enough to play"? Like, why is he even going to try? If he doesn't feel that he can go out and play.
You're assuming that he is. All we got word of is that doctors are stating he's strong enough to return to work.
I'm assuming that information only comes out because of the fact that he actually still wants to play.
You know what? You know who's fucking really upset? I'm really upset. I feel disrespected. Shame on you for hating on Tua Tagovailoa after he proves he can still do the job, to not give him any love. But you're willing to give Alex Smith, who hasn't even spoken to the media, the ability to start for the Washington Redskins.
No. First off, never said that. I said
you were hating on Tua, bro. Yes, you were. You know you were hating on Tua.
I was never hating on him.
Run it back. What episode was it? Run it back.
You know what? You tell me what episode it is. I'll go listen to it tomorrow.
You were hating.
But I don't believe I ever really hated. I was just like, I don't know. But who else also wanted him as a quarterback? I did. I said we should grab him at 3.
Then fucking go get Alex Smith and start him this year.
Okay, but you're missing the point. There's 2 different quarterbacks.
I'm not. You wanting to know if they're going to have a conversation of Alex Smith
you're trying
this year. That's the whole point.
No.
You are.
No.
Absolutely.
I didn't say starter. I said basically I'm asking, is he getting a fucking opportunity to start? That's the question.
That's the answer. No.
So you're not. That's what I'm.
No, I've answered that multiple times in different ways. It was never a yes.
I know, and I get it, but you're sitting there trying to tell me I'm trying to say this guy needs to be a starter. I'm not saying that. I'm just clarifying what my question was, because I felt like you insinuated my question was he should be a starter. I'm not stating that.
The way you kept arguing and restating the same question in a different format means that you are debating the fact that he should be.
I'm questioning your thought.
It is insinuated when you continue to disagree with my answer. Take the answer as it is and say, okay.
I'm just questioning your answer.
Multiple times, and you're repeating the same question.
And that's a conversation, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'm giving you an answer. So think of it this way. What am I to assume when you continue to argue with my answer? That you disagree.
Okay, well, I mean,
therefore,
that's your
you're insinuating that he should have a starting opportunity. And I'm disagreeing with that.
Stating that why is this a conversation? Basically, I'm getting to the point of why is the fact that Alex Smith has been cleared a conversation piece if he's never going to be given the even thought to even try to fight for a position.
The conversation piece is the incredible comeback from such a gruesome injury to even be cleared in general.
That's your conversation piece.
End of story. And then when you started yours,
mine was about the football answers.
And I've answered it how many times?
No, you decided to go that way. I only asked. I'm gonna be honest. We can play the tape back. I bet you I was quiet as fuck for a good amount of that time.
You were, because I was spitting facts. You had nothing to say.
And then, like I asked one question, and you fucking went off. I'm just saying, do you not? So, why are we talking about Alex Smith and whether or not he can play?
I never did. My statement was Alex Smith is cleared by his doctors.
And I asked, would it? I know.
Right.
I asked,
so you asked, why are we talking about him playing?
No. Okay. So
you
the original question was
the question.
Okay. The original question. I'm gonna go back to the original question where we first started. Was if you are Coach Riv, are you given an opportunity for him to play?
And what was my answer?
It. And then so when you're sitting there saying I'm not going to talk about him,
I said him playing, him fighting for a position is not in the question. It's not even like when I said it's not a talking point, I didn't mean between us. Once again, you said if you're Coach Riv. My answer as Coach Riv, That's not in discussion. That would be my answer.
And my question, and then I started being the Alex Smith of, then why the fuck am I doing anything for you? Kind of questioning.
My answer to Alex Smith would be, you haven't done anything for me, Alex. You've been out for the last year and a half. I can't.
So why? So what am I gonna do? Like, I'm coming back.
You're gonna continue to get paid doing nothing, Alex Smith, and you're gonna continue to rehab until you are more than 100%. How's that sound? Also, due to your injury and your inability to prove yourself just yet, especially with only 4 weeks before first snap, we're going to make sure you're 100% to be our franchise quarterback. So 2021, buddy, as long as you earn it, then you're here. Then you're our Washington football team quarterback.
I guess like the
without
only
thinking about it, that's my like off the top answer.
But all right, so, and I'm stating this as Alex Smith's camp, right?
Alex Smith's camp.
All right. The only reason why you have this information that I'm cleared is because I plan on fucking playing. That's the conversation I'm having you. I'm asking you these things because I'm looking at it from this perspective of, I'm the motherfucking player, and I'm telling you I'm good to go, and you're telling me I can't go. Why am I gonna fucking try anything for you?
I mean, I guess the answer to him would be then, like, I guess.
Here's the thing.
You can find a trade. But if no one's willing to sign Cam Newton and Colin Kaepernick, I don't know who the fuck's gonna sign you. Here's the thing, bro. After this injury, he's not the same player. He can't come back with expectations that everything's going to go back to normal, because it's not.
I'm not saying back normal. I'm saying,
I know that.
I'm asking about, like, you don't think that he deserves the opportunity to fight for that spot? Because you've already watched him out of the spot.
Out of the gate.
You're
right
saying
now,
he can't.
No. Okay, here's the thing. Let's just say,
he can't
hypothetically, he proves himself from now until November. He may get some snaps at the end of the season. I could see that. But Alex Smith has still been in physical therapy strengthening his knee. He's not on the field with players throwing a football. Like, realistically, if you were a head coach, I have a tough time with your knowledge of the game starting somebody coming off of this injury, we're cleared or not, without being on the field, without being out there with the team, without doing any of that on 5 weeks to be a starting quarterback.
But he comes into camp and he shows that he hasn't, I mean, not that he hasn't missed a step. He's going to miss a step. But I'm saying that he comes into camp and he shows that he can still, move, throw, and maybe not as quick as what he used to, because, I mean, you also got to think he's also 2 years older. All right? So you take all that into consideration. You're not even going to say he has a fighter's chance to quarterback a team.
I don't see it.
All right. I mean, like, yeah. I'm just asking. Just asking.
We got a job to do. You're playing devil's advocate. If we reverse the roles, I think your answer is the same as mine. I truly.
I mean, like, I don't know if I would necessarily go as far as he doesn't have a chance. I'm going to look at him objectively to whether or not I believe my team can win with him as a quarterback, regardless of his previous ailment.
I don't see it like that. Washington is not a playoff team, period. Point blank. So here's
so
the
you're
way
going
I look
young
at it.
Or nothing.
If I were Alex Smith, what I would, and granted, okay, so I don't know what it's like to be the NFL, lose that fight so hard, because we both know, you and I, just from what we've witnessed in that E60, how hard he fought and how determined he was to get back to the league. So I would say, if you were, after watching, I bet anybody who watches that E60 would sit here and say, "Oh no, homie's ready. He's hungry." But as a professional football coach with your first year with a new organization, it is ballsy to put your entire job on the line with somebody who just learned to walk half a year ago.
No, I'm cool.
You see, like, all in all, just because, and let's just play this game. Just because he's cleared does not mean he's football ready by any means. So I understand if you want to go with the broad sense, but can he at least try? Sure. But is that worth the risk? You got a Dwayne Haskins. You just spent money on a Kyle Allen. Is it worth, let's just say Alex Smith comes back as Alex Smith. Would rushing him into it be worth it? And I just don't see that being a wise decision when you got Dwayne Haskins still developing and Kyle Allen, which in my opinion, I think Kyle Allen should start the season. He was decent with Carolina last year. Wasn't great. Was not great. Dwayne Haskins was bad, though. Put Kyle Allen in. If he does bad, develop your rookie. Because guess what? Even if Alex Smith comes in and fucking kills it, homie's only got 4 more years. He's what, 30? Hang on, let me look at his age real quick.
Thank you. That's what I was just writing down. I was getting ready to.
Because he was the first round draft pick back in like 2002. Like, I could maybe I'm a little.
I guess at the end of the day, my question.
He's 36, CB. He's 36.
At the end of the day, my question more was, do you give Alex Smith a chance? And you stated no, and that's what I was trying to get at. I mean, like, I was at the end of the day, my conversation was, do you give him a chance or no? And I had to ask these questions because I wanted to understand and get another thought as far as me. Like, I'm just like, oh, why not give him a shot? You stated very well. I appreciate that. It wasn't that I was saying you were wrong. I was just
Stephen
saying.
A. My good, very, very good friend Clay Haggard told me, and let me be clear on this. Like, that's my brother. But I could not disagree more on his answer.
You know, it was a solid answer. I was just kind of curious.
There was a mediocre at best impersonation. At best.
I was gonna call you out.
It was terrible.
That's love. That's brother love right there. That's brother love right there. I was gonna be like, yo, man, I was gonna tell you afterwards, yo, that was sorry, Blair. But let's see here. And you got the age, but what else we got on this list here?
I mean, off-season moves, but I'll be honest, I'm good. I don't have good. That was good content. I don't want to leave that good content.
I like it. I don't got anything else either. So
Magic City, we out.
Yeah, shit.
Episode 100, Magic City. In Orlando, people, not Atlanta. Keep it in mind.
If we end up uploading the video prior, you'll see Clayson there saying that I was like all salty, and I was like, nope, I didn't get to do the intro, so I'm gonna sabotage the podcast. It wasn't that at all. But it was fucking funny as fuck. I got nothing.
Hey,
guys.
Magic City is located in Miami. Oh, and hang on.
That's a drive.
The main Magic City is located in Atlanta, the legendary strip club.
Okay.
We're going to end it on gentlemen's club knowledge, people.
There we go.
By yours truly. I fucking knew it, dude.
Go catch that COVID.
There is another one in Miami, though.
All right. Hey, thank you again for listening and sharing. We love you. We're out. Peace.
Take care.